Hey, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and I'm excited. I haven't had one of these in many years. It's a 1970 Mustang Convertible. We're going to take it for a quick drive, and I'll show you around the car. Actually, mechanically, feels really good to drive it. So this is a new arrival. I don't do this very often. Typically, we buy these vehicles. What do you stop talking real quick, let you hear the engine and everything. Smooth shifting transmission. What I was going to say is we don't do this very often where I do a new arrival. Typically a car like this I'll pull in the shop and finish off, but we just are getting a little overwhelmed with our inventory, and see both those ladies there, COVID distancing, walking on both sides of the street. So anyways, decided not to pull it in the shop and try and finish it off, but instead just let it be, you know, something that somebody else can. So it drives great, and if I was keeping the car, well, I was going to pull it in the shop and do an engine detail. There's a little bit of a vacuum leak on the transmission, and it needs to be, just a new hose needs to be put on. Real easy to do. Pull here in the shade where we don't have the sun affecting. It needs an exhaust system. It's all the way, it's the original exhaust basically, and it's rusted out from basically from front to back. We'll look at the underneath in a minute. But so the guy I got this from, he actually just finished doing the complete exterior restoration on this car, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's got brand new paint, brand new trim pieces on the front, new chrome, hood locks. It's got new windshield wipers. It's got brand new wheels and tires, brand new top, and they went through and reconditioned the hydraulic system as well. The trim on the back here is new, which is unusual. I've restored a lot of these and seen a lot of guys restore Mustangs. That's what we did when we first started our business, and it's very rare that you see some people replace these. A lot of times they just try and make do with it because it's kind of an expensive piece. I mean, new door handles, so really everything on the outside is new. It needs the, when the guys were putting the antenna on, they took it off to ship it and forgot to put it back on. So you can get that at O'Reilly's, but the body is arrow straight. Beautiful. Really did a fantastic job painting it. It's beautiful. This is what I say, a very nice driver quality paint job. This is no show car. And I also like the fact that they did the folding glass, real glass top. A lot of guys, you know, want to save the couple of bucks and do the plastic back window. See if I can open this with one hand. I think I can. Yep. Oh, almost. There we go. Yep, one hand. Nice, clean, rust-free hood. Engine runs great. Power steering pump, and the power steering works great. Nice, clean inner fender wells. Well, I say clean, rust-free. When I say clean, usually I'm saying rust-free. Rust-free inner fender wells. I love these cars, and I wish I could keep every one I get. So we're going to unlock the new top. There's a button right under here, kind of hides. We push that button and back she goes. And like I said, they just reconditioned all of that, so we can take a look in the trunk. And actually behind, so that nicely detailed out with a little custom carpet, yeah, just some inexpensive carpet, but it looks nice. But this is what I wanted to show you. It's got a new hydraulic pump, all new lines. power's been rerun to it. And actually, well, as long as I'm here, I might as well show you the trunk. So rust free. And at some point somebody put a new tank in it, who knows when. So pull the carpet out here so you can see the car was originally red. They went back and painted it red again. I'll come back to this for my pictures. Lights work. So anyways, okay, so exterior completely restored. Trunk looks great. Let's go to the interior. Seats were recovered, front and rear, as well as new carpet was installed. And the carpet, actually, I say that, the carpet looks like it's a couple of years old. Maybe, you know, been driven on. You can see, you put your feet on it. But the seats are in great shape. And so really what it needs to be finished off interior wise is, depending on how picky you want to be, I would go ahead and reinstall brand new door panels. I would reinstall brand new rear panels. So you can see these tape has been put on here. There was actually speakers there, and they pulled the stereo out. So this is another thing. There's a company that makes, you know, the radios that look original, but they're actually brand new with Bluetooth and everything. So, and then the dash. And really the great thing is these are all easy plug and play parts. So to finish off the upholstery part was the hardest part, you know, getting the, so the rest of the stuff, these door panels, they just pop off. You take loose up a couple screws, they pop off, popping brand new door panels on from Mustangs Unlimited. You get those in a pair, same thing. These pop off, the back seat pops out, plug and play, real easy. And the dash cap even. They make a dash cap for this that goes right on top. Unless you wanted to get creative and figure out, actually the rest of the dash is soft and looks great. It's just that speaker, and you could get creative and figure out a way to cover that if you wanted to. But I love the wood grain dash. It's an original 302 car. Can't grab the keys and double check. I can't remember if the heater works, so let's check that real quick. And then we'll go underneath. So it appears that the heater is not hooked up. Wipers. Those work great. Lights all work. So let me show you the underneath. This is where there's a couple of little things. Again, nothing major on this car, but the little stuff that, like I said, typically we would pull a car like this, especially as pretty as the outside is and done, to spend another $1,500 on this car and do the door panels and all that stuff, and then come up underneath it, get it to the welder, and have a couple of quick things done to it. The rockers look like they're in good shape. This is a typical spot, a little rust spot here. They make the patch panels for this, and it's an easy thing to cut out and re-weld in. And actually these subframe rails look good. Rest under here on this side is in good shape, looks solid and basically rust free. There's a little soft spot right there if I'm being picky, but very, very easy little spots. I don't think it needs a whole new floor pan. I think it could just go with some you know, just that spot being patched. Fender Wells here on this side, they look good. And I always look way underneath my Mustangs before I buy them. So like I said, somebody put a new tank in. I'm gonna slide way up under here. Newer brake lines, at least it appears. Newer shocks. So I'm always looking in the shock towers for rust. This one's rust free, it looks solid. I haven't seen any. Definitely newer brake lines there. Now the exhaust system is rusty. There you go. And honestly, I mean, this is the old original exhaust. If it was me, I would, in fact, I think it's a, no, it's a true dual, but you can see, you know, it's rusted out. It's just old. I don't know about it, maybe not original, guys, but it's definitely an old exhaust system. I would put, you know, a 2.5 inch exhaust on it anyways. And that'll wake that engine up, and that sound, give it that iconic classic Mustang sound. So this side looks good. Well, there's a little spot there again. similar to the other side. That could be cleaned up if you wanted to. And quite frankly, none of this has to be done. It's just a matter of you want to. These holes, by the way, are access ports for the screws that hold the seats in. Same thing back here, a little crusty, not all rusted through though. And not uncommon, sometimes people put a jack here and jack up on it because they just don't know any better. And so that looks like that's what happened here. Changing a tire, somebody jacked up on the wrong spot. So really, aside from that one spot on the other side, under the driver's side, driver's side foot, the rest of the car looks good. Little spot there that looks like somebody patched. And that could be cleaned up, and you know, again, this is the kind of thing for me where I say if it's a driver and it's my car, I'm probably going to sand that little patch right here as well. I'm probably going to, personally, I'm going to sand that down. If I'm going for the better look underneath, I'm going to sand that down and undercoat it, call it a day. So I don't see any rust to speak of there. So overall, extremely minimal rust car. It's running and driving, and like I said, an engine detail, a couple of little things. If it was me, I would clean up these Cobra powered by Ford valve covers and then get the matching oval air cleaner. Just do a nice little engine detail in here, clean up a few things, and I'll tell you what, like I said, none of these things that I'm mentioning are necessary, I think, to drive it right now. Although maybe I would fix the vacuum leak on the transmission. It's a real simple, just I got up underneath there, wiggled it around, and it just needs a new hose. Well, there you have it. I look forward to hearing from you. Check us out on PeachtreeClassicCars.com. My cell phone number is there on every ad, and love it when you guys call me, and somebody's gonna have a really fun time with this one.